Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Drutube, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need each and every vessel to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family and the GCVs. Let's get right into it. Can't forget Drew Nation. Look, are the things you need to get over stopping you from living the life of your dreams? Here's how to tell. Are there some things that you've recently went through the past few months, the past year? Have you been holding on to it? Ask yourself that right now. Have you been continuously being bothered and upsetting yourself over some things from your past? When you let things from your past continue to hold you back and continue to keep you in last year and in the past year and in the past period, those things are stopping you from living your dreams. Think about that. You want to go out and live a nice life. You tell yourself you're able to do all these things, and you actually even work on them. But imagine yourself not being able to move forward because of where you're at mentally. You're putting in all this work. You're working on yourself each and every day, working on your goals each and every day. But you got this one thing that you can't get over. You got this one thing that's stopping you from progressing in life because it's destroying your attitude and your outlook on life. You can't let your past destroy your attitude. Nobody is going to want to work with a complainer. Nobody's going to want to be around someone who can't let things go. No one's going to want to be around someone who's continually complaining about the same thing over and over and over again. We all have bad things happen to us in life that we wish didn't happen, whether it's a mistake, whether we were wronged, whether somebody did something that wasn't right. But it's time for you to grow past that. Because it may be stopping you from living your dream. You done had this reality in your mind for years. You done wanted to change your life and start to live a different way for years. You done wanted to be the person that you always knew you could be for years. You see yourself as this person, but you won't fully be able to become that person until you move past your past. Because your past is destroying your future. Don't let your past destroy your future. You may have done something that you wish you didn't do, that you wish you wish you could take back. Something may have happened that you wish didn't happen. But you can't allow that to ruin your life. You can't allow that to ruin your future. Because you can't rewind the clock. And if something may have happened that you had no control over, if something may have happened that wasn't your fault, the longer you do not forgive yourself, all that hard work that you're putting in is going to go out of the way. It's going to be for naught. It's going to go out the window. That's how people become successful, and they end up destroying their lives because of some guilt that's eating them alive. That's how some people never really tap into their true greatness or their true creativity, because they got some leftover guilt hanging over them, hanging over their future. Don't let your past guilts stay in your mind, stay in your life. Don't keep hanging on to past guilts. Don't keep hanging on to that guilty self. That guilt will destroy you. It will destroy how you see yourself. Some people, they let their past destroy their positive self-image. You have to be a positive person to live the life of your dreams, to be able to see it as possible, to feel worthy and deserving of it. Imagine putting in all the work. Imagine developing your skill, and because of some past guilt, some past trauma, you don't feel you deserve it. It won't come to you that way. You'll be putting some blockages in between you and that dream life. And that's not what you want to do. There are some things that happen to us in life that we wish did not happen. All right? Some things that you wish you could change, but you still have to push forward, because life moves on. Life goes on. Life doesn't want you to stop living your dream. God didn't put you here to stop living your dream. God knew everything that was going to happen to you before it happened. You have to stop being guilty and stealing your glory because of some things that happened to you and that are a part of your story. You can't allow those things to steal your glory from you. You can't allow those things to make you feel so bad, because one day you may not even get up and try. Are the things you need to get over stopping you from living the life of your dreams? Do you feel like you can't go out and do something? Do you feel that something is stopping you from having something that you know you deserve? Do you feel like you can't have something because you experienced something? You went through something traumatic. You don't feel like your same self anymore. You done lost some things. Some things left out of your life. You don't feel the same anymore. You don't know if you're even good enough anymore. Some people may have told you some things. You may have believed them. You gonna let that stop you from living your dream? Some things may have happened in your past. Are you gonna let that stop you from living your dream? If you're letting something that happened in the past, something that someone said, something that happened that you wish didn't happen, if you're letting that get in the way of your positive idea about yourself, the positive way you see yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you feel about yourself, what are you doing? Those are things that you need to move past to get to where you're going. If you don't move past those things, you stay stuck. If you don't move past those things that you can't forgive yourself for, you're not going to be able to get to where you want. You have to learn how to forgive yourself. People who don't forgive themselves, they end up harming themselves, end up living destructive lifestyles, end up doing things they have no business doing to themselves. all because of some hurt and some pain. And I understand. But you have to let go of that guilt so you don't take out something from the past on yourself. You don't want to take out how you feel on yourself. That guilt has already caused you enough pain, and it's already caused you enough damage. It may have been something that you wish you could take back. It may have been something that you wish didn't happen, but you still got to keep on going. Just because things happen doesn't mean you have to stop. Doesn't mean you have to quit. Life wouldn't want you to quit. God wouldn't want you to quit. You can't quit just because of a bad experience. You can't give up on life or your dream because of a bad experience. If you do, you're a failure and you're a quitter, and you're neither of those things. So why choose those things? Why choose failure? Why choose to quit? Because you're letting something that happened get in the way. Can't hold on to those things. If it could have happened different, it would have. You didn't want those things to happen the way they did. If it was in your power, you wouldn't have had it happen that way. But everything happens for a reason, and God works in mysterious ways. So you're going to have to, like Jesus said, you don't have to pick up your bed and walk. You have to keep moving regardless of how you feel. You're going to have to get over that. You're going to have to release that guilt. You're going to have to tell that guilt it can't dwell within you. That guilt has to go. So that way you can go. You can move forward. You can move on with your life. Because the more you hold on to that guilt, you're not going to be able to move on with your life. You're going to be unhappy. You're going to be miserable. You're not going to be able to change. You're still going to be stuck in that same spirit of that person that wishes they could change something that happened when you can't change what happened. You can't rewind the clock. You have to move forward and be happy with yourself. You have to move forward and be happy with life. You can't hold yourself in the past because of a negative experience, because that's going to stop you from living your dream. There's going to be too much weight on your shoulders. There's going to be too much negative energy blocking you, stopping you. You're going to feel unworthy, and you're not going to be able to give it your all. You're not going to be able to go as hard as you want to. You're going to be at like 50% when you could be at 110%. You got to put yourself in a position to do your best no matter what had you stressed. You got to let go of that stress so you could do your best. All are the things you need to get over, stopping you from living the life of your dreams. If you're dealing with guilt, the things you need to get over are stopping you from living your dreams. If you're too stressed about a situation, that's something that's stopping you from living your dreams. If you don't allow yourself to forgive yourself for what had happened, you're stopping yourself from living your dreams. We forgive other people, but we forget to forgive ourselves. People may have said things to you didn't like. People may have treated you a certain way because of some things that may have happened. You may feel terrible about some things that happened, wish some things didn't happen that way, wish you didn't do some things, but you have to forgive yourself because you can't change the past. All you could do is change how you feel about it and how you're affected by it. And no matter what, you can't allow yourself to be negatively affected by the past, because that's going to stop you from living your dream. And that's how you are able to tell when you're holding on to that guilt, you're holding on to those things from your past that aren't doing you any good anymore. It's hurting you to hold on to it. It's hurting you to not move past it. You're basically killing yourself because you feel so bad about something that happened. You still got to go hard anyway. You still got to do what you need to do anyway, regardless of what happened. I know you wish it didn't go that way, but you can't take back what's already done. So you got to be a better person for the you that you are now. You got to be a better person for the version of yourself that you want to become right now. And that's what you have to focus on. You have to accept what happened, accept what went down, and you have to accept who you are right now. You're not the person that went through that. You're not the person that caused that. You're not the person that had to experience that. You're somebody totally different. You're somebody brand new. Brand new, brand new. Check out my brand new, brand new. You're somebody brand new. You're a new person. Can't keep yourself where you don't belong. You know you belong at the top. You know you belong with a being happy. You know you belong being successful. It may be stressful, but you still deserve to be successful. Everybody would want you to let go. All right. People may have been mad at you. They may have been upset at you, but they don't want you to hold on to that guilt. They don't want you to stay stuck in a negative mindset. You may have had something happen to you that you wish didn't happen, but you didn't do it on purpose. So if you didn't do it on purpose, you might as well accept that. I didn't do that on purpose. I'm not going to beat myself up. I didn't make that happen on purpose. I didn't purposely do that. You got to lift yourself up and not beat yourself up. The more you beat yourself up, you're going to be so broken down by the time you get to where you want to go, you're not going to be able to enjoy it. You got to not allow yourself to stay in a mindset to where you feel sorry for yourself. You gotta get out of the pity mode, get out of the victim mode, get out of the I feel sorry for myself mode. Winners don't feel sorry for themselves. They keep on winning, no matter how many losses they take. You might have taken some losses, might have had some terrible experiences, some traumatic experiences, but you have to be able to mentally move past that, so that way you can have a positive life. Because you're still able to have a positive life. You're still able to live a positive life. You're still able to be a positive person. You didn't do that on purpose. You didn't wish for that to happen. If it was in your power, it wouldn't have happened at all. If it was in your power, it wouldn't have happened like that. People make mistakes. You can't hold yourself back for making a mistake in life. You can't beat yourself up because something happened the way you didn't want it to happen. Because something happened in a way that you made a mistake, and it's over with, it's done with. You have to be over with it, and you have to be done with it. The things that are over and done with, you have to be over and done with, because you have a life to live. And you can't keep holding yourself back over something that happened, because you have no control over it right now. Only thing you have control over is what you're able to do right here in the present moment with your brand new life. So let go of that hurt, let go of that pain, let go of that guilt. Don't beat yourself up over a mistake, because you didn't make that happen on purpose. You didn't do that on purpose. You didn't want that to happen. So you have to see yourself how God sees you. God knew everything that was going to happen and everything you were going to do before you got here. Everything happens for a reason. God's in control of all of this. So you have to give glory to God, give that guilt to God, give your broken heart to God, give your broken self to God, allow him to heal you, and you got to keep it moving and know that that healing is going to come. Know that you could still be a positive person. Know that you could still be a great person. Know that you could still be successful in life, because life moves on. Life moves forward. You got to enjoy yourself while you're here. You got to be a positive, productive person while you're here. And you're not going to be able to do that being guilty or feeling guilty over a mistake that you made in your past. You got to get over those mistakes, those past mistakes, those past traumas. You don't deserve to continue to keep living that out. You're not deserving of that. It's not your fault. God has things happen how he wants them to happen. So what you have to do is you have to continue on with life, because life is going to continue on whether you move forward or not. Life is going to move forward. Whether you choose to grow or not, growth ain't going anywhere. Positive thinking is not going anywhere. You can either stop yourself or you can pick yourself back up. And if you stop yourself, you're going to be unhappy for the rest of your life. You're going to be upset that you held yourself back over a mistake for the rest of your life. You're going to be upset that you stayed guilty over something that happened years ago for the rest of your life. You may not have wanted to happen what happened, but if it happened and you have no power over it and you can't change the past, what's the point of feeling guilty about it? You don't have to feel guilty about anything. You don't have to feel bad about anything. The person or the people probably already forgave you. Life already forgave you. That's the thing. People don't forgive themselves, but they don't realize life already forgave you. God already forgave you. And if life can forgive you, and if God can forgive you, what are you doing not forgiving yourself? What are you doing feeling bad about things when life already forgave you? What are you doing feeling sorry for yourself when God already forgave you? Don't hold on to that anymore. It's only hurting you. It's not helping you. Don't keep doing that to yourself. You're going to be around people. You're going to be depressed. You're going to be someone that nobody wants to be around. You're not going to want to be around you. And that's why people deal with escapism, because they are so down in the dumps. They're so hurt with not forgiving themselves that they don't even want to be with themselves. So they go and they find something to help them escape. The only escape is forgiveness. The only escape is escaping the negative. The only escape is letting go of the guilt, so that way you can feel like the person that you deserve to feel like. That way you could be the person that you deserve to be, not somebody that's depressed, not somebody that's holding on to guilt, not somebody that's holding on to what happened because of a negative experience in life. All right? You don't have to keep doing that to yourself, and you shouldn't keep doing that to yourself. You didn't do that on purpose. It was a mistake. You didn't mean for that to happen. You ain't mean for that to happen. Nah, not you. Nah, you didn't mean for that to happen. You're a good person, and you need to see yourself as a good person, not a guilty person. Don't see yourself as a guilty person. You're a great person. You're a magnificent person. Don't look at yourself in a way that's going to make you feel bad or feel guilty. You ain't got to do that. You ain't got to keep doing that to yourself. It's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to do anything for anybody else. Only person that's holding you back, only person that's making you feel guilty is you in your own mind. You got a lot of love, and if you could, you would have made things different than how they happened. But since they didn't happen that way, you just got to put it in God's hands, and you got to move forward with your life, because that's what God wants you to do. That's what life wants you to do, and that's the only thing you can do. So you got to let go of that guilt, and you got to be the person who you were put here to be regardless, because life moves on, and you got to move on. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Smash that like button, smash that share button, and don't forget to subscribe, all right? This has been another Drutube special. Shout out to the chosen vessels. I see you all in the next video. Peace, love, and light. We out.